If you're a small business owner looking to get your next credit card, you've come to the right video because fortunately we have a lot of great cards to choose from here in the US market, but I'm going to narrow it down to my top 5 picks for the best business credit cards for startups / new business owners. And yes, if you already have an established business, these cards can still work well for you as well. I just call them more beginner type cards because of a few different features that they all share. To state it quite simply, all of these cards can be worth keeping open long term and all have $0 annual fees, so they don't cost you anything. Although unfortunately, these score requirements are never published by the banks. That said, let's get into our first one. This one has a super long name. It is called the Bank of America Business Advantage Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card. I've had mine since 2021 and sometimes I still get the name mixed up. One of the nice things is that upon approval, you're eligible to earn a welcome offer, which is currently a $300 statement credit after you meet the spend requirement of $3,000 in purchases on the card in your first 90 days. And if $3,000 is all you spent during that time frame, a $300 bonus is equal to a 10% return. So that's super strong. Even more so considering that you also receive a 0% promotional APR for the first 9 billing cycles and then a variable standard APR after that. Then topping it all off, this card also has a $0 annual fee. Once that bonus has been earned, you can then keep earning rewards on this card long term in a few different categories. Here's what they look like. The card awards you 3% cash back in the category of your choice. We'll get to those options in just a moment. Also 2% back on dining purchases and then 1% back on all of your other purchases. Just note here that all of your spend in the 3% and 2% categories that will be capped at up to $50,000 in combined spend across those categories per calendar year. If you spend more than that, then it goes down to a 1% rate until it refreshes the following year. So what are these choice categories to earn your 3%? Well, there are 6 different options to choose from, and the really cool thing here, and this is probably one of the #1 reasons why I chose this card to include in this video, is that you can actually change your category based on where you happen to be spending the most. So first of all, what are they? They are gas and EV charging stations, office supply stores, travel, TV, telecom and wireless, computer services, and business consulting services. Now, understandably, some of these categories are pretty broad, like business consulting services. So what is actually included in these? Well, as you see here on the screen, a lot of them give you some samples in the text down below, but they also have a thing that says category details under each one. So if you click on that, for example, with business consulting services, it not only tells you about it, but also tells you what the qualified merchant categories are and some merchant examples. None of this is fully inclusive of all the options, but it's giving you a general guideline of ones that are known to work well. Fortunately, Bank of America defines these pretty broadly, so I'll put the link down below in the description to this page that we can play around with each one of these on your own and see what's included versus what may not be to see if the card made sense for you. Now, unlike a lot of other cards you may be familiar with that allow you to earn 3, 4, 5% cash back, according to a calendar that may change per quarter, for example, this card actually puts you in control. You choose your own choice category, and then you can actually change it once per month. And if you choose to make no change at all, then whatever you chose the last time will remain the same month after month. So a really nice flexible card if you know ahead of time that, for example, next month or 3 months down the road, I'll be spending more in category X as opposed to category Y after that. So choose the category that captures the greatest amount of your spend. For those of you who may be familiar with Bank of America's Preferred Rewards program on the personal side, there's also the same type of program for the business side as well. You can see it right here. Earn even more cash back, that is up to an additional 75% in your rewards. And that's all based on the tier that you qualify for based on your deposit accounts held with Bank of America or with Merrill as well. Your investment accounts can also make you eligible. So you can see the different requirements there for your balances in your accounts with B of A or Merrill. And the gold level gives you a 25% boost on your reward multipliers. Platinum gives you a 50% boost, and Platinum Honors gives you a 75% boost. That means at the top tier, your 3-2-1 earning structure could actually become 5.25%, 3.5%, and 1.75%. There are also a number of other features, benefits, and security functionality here that come pretty much standard with most business credit cards. Though the one I do want to point out here is the free access to your business credit score. I really haven't seen this feature on many other business credit cards across the market, so this is a great, unique feature. Here's a screenshot of my dashboard here through Bank of America. On the left, it provides you with your DNB delinquency predictor score, and on the right, your DNB Small Business Financial Exchange, or SBFE score as well. So it's great to be able to monitor that over time to see how your business is building credit, hopefully in a healthy way over the long term. Then regarding insurance protections like the master rental insurance coverage for your rental cars, travel and emergency assistance services, purchase security, and extended warranty protection. Here's a screenshot of a very long 5-page micro font document that details all of those protections for you. Again, a link will be down below in the description if you want to dig through those a bit deeper. On to our second business credit card, which is this one right here. It's called the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited Credit Card, and it's a great option for those of you who have a lot of spend in categories that are not normally set categories on other cards, like we just saw, for example, with dining or with gas or something like that. If you have what we call non-bonus spend, this card makes a lot of sense, and you're about to see why. First though, the welcome offer as I make this video is currently elevated. It's to earn $900 of bonus cash back. Normally it's around $750, which is still a phenomenal offer, but at $900, it's just incredible. You can earn that after spending $6,000 on purchases in the first 3 months after opening your account. It also gives you an intro APR of 0% for the first 12 months, then a variable APR after that. This card also has a $0 annual fee. For the reward structure, it's a very simple one. First is a limited time component to this to earn 5% cash back on your Lyft rides for as long as that partnership lasts. Right now it's set to go through March of 2025. Beyond that one temporary 5% category though, this card earns a flat rate of 1.5% on all of your purchases all the time with no cap in place. That's what makes this card a great option for your non-bonus or non-category spend, because you don't have to worry about managing those categories, although they typically are at a higher rate on other cards. Those other cards also earn just 1% on everything else. So for your everything else card, 1.5% can definitely add up quickly over time, especially over the course of a year. As for the benefits, really nothing special here, but feel free to pause this to look over some more general type of points. It also does give you some insurance protections here for your auto rental collision damage waiver, travel and emergency assistance services, roadside dispatch, purchase protection, and extended warranty protection. Another cool feature here that most people don't really talk about is what is called Chase offers. These are kind of like digital coupons that once you activate them on your card and then spend money with your card at the partner merchant, you get an automatic rebate in the form of a statement credit. So here's an example of a few of them here with the likes of Kindle, Ariat, 1-800-Flowers, Cole Haan, Shake Shack, and there are many, many others as well. Each one has an expiration date and shows you how many days are left, and a lot of these, as you can see, are to earn either a flat rate back. For example, with Fubo TV, it's $15 of cash back, while others might be like 10 or 20% back up to a certain limit. All of those statement credits are just additional rewards back to you in your pocket on top of the rewards that you earn with this card, which again was 1.5%. Now, if you've been paying attention, you probably recognized a trend here, which is that the cards we're discussing are simple, high value, and have no annual fee, which make them great to keep open long term. But one thing you may not have thought about is how to pay invoices with your business credit card. So I'd like to quickly show you how to do that with today's sponsor, MELIO. MELIO is a business-to-business payment platform that allows you to use credit cards to pay vendors and contractors even if they don't accept credit cards. Once you've added the vendor you wish to pay, simply choose them from your list in the MELIO app. Tap on New Payment and select if you wish to add a bill or pay manually. Enter the amount, then choose the payment method, including a credit card. To finish, choose how the payment should be sent. And even though you may be using a credit card, you can still have the payment issued via ACH bank transfer or check. That way your vendor's happy because they get paid how they want, and you're happy because for a small processing fee of 2.9%, you can defer payments for up to 45 days based on your credit card's billing cycle. And if the credit card you used earns rewards like points, miles, or cash back, you can earn those too. MELIO also gives you a ton of additional features to run your business on the go, including paying various bills together, splitting bills into multiple payments, and making international payments with bank transfers, Visa, or MasterCard. So if you'd like to try a simple way to pay vendors by credit card or by bank, click the link below in the description to sign up for MELIO and get started with your first payment. Now back to the rest of the video. Let's go back to another card that has some more set categories in place at higher award rates. We're going to look at this one right here next, the Chase Ink Business Cash Credit Card. The offer on this card is a bit more complex at the moment with several different parts. The first main part is to earn up to $750 of bonus cash back, and that's broken down into two different phases. You earn the first $350 when you spend $3,000 on purchases in the first 3 months, then an additional $400, bringing your total to $750 after you spend a total of $6,000 on purchases in the first 6 months after opening your account. And yes, that first $3,000 you spent for the first part counts toward the $6,000 requirement in the second part. The next major part here is a 10% business relationship bonus. The way this works is that if you have the Ink Business Cash Card plus a Chase Business Checking account, both open on your first card anniversary, so 12 months later, then Chase will award you a 10% bonus one time of all eligible cashback you earn in your first year. So for instance, if you earned $2,500 in cash back, then that 10% bonus will be another $250 in your pocket. This part of the offer is only available for those of you who signed up for this card and got approved between March and November of 2024. And yet another part of the welcome offer is to have a 0% APR for the first 12 months on purchases, then a variable APR after that. Again, this card has no annual fee. The real gem of this offering though is the ongoing 5% back in very useful business categories. You'll earn that 5% cash back at office supply stores and on internet, cable, and phone services. Those are all capped at $25,000 per year. If you spend more than that in those categories, it's then 1% until it refreshes the following year. Note that year in this case is your account anniversary year. So for example, if you open it in September, then every September X date, it will refresh. There's the same 5% back on Lyft rides that we saw with the Ink Unlimited card earlier. That's also running through March of 2025. And also 2% back on a few other categories, that is gas stations and restaurants. This 2% category is also capped at $25,000 per account anniversary year. Beyond all of these categories, it's 1% back as a flat rate on all of your other purchases. And again, that's where the 1.5% on the Ink Unlimited can really complement the Ink Cash very well. That way you earn a base of 1.5% all the time, and then the 2 and 5% on this card. Given that both cards have no annual fee, it makes a lot of sense to avoid earning just 1% on your purchases whenever you can. In terms of the benefits, again, nothing much going on here, same as the Ink Unlimited, and also same thing with the Chase offers here. They could vary from one card to the next, so if you have both, it can be worth checking both dashboards here. And again, for the travel and purchase coverage for your insurance protections, these are also the same ones here. Now for a little pro tip for you all. If you take one or both of these cards and add them to the Chase Sapphire Preferred on the personal side, or even add a third business card, the Ink Business Preferred, then all of your points can be combined together and made to be worth 25% more when you redeem them through the Chase Travel Portal. Alternatively, you could also combine your Ink Cash or Ink Unlimited with the Chase Sapphire Reserve on the personal side, giving you 50% more value for travel via Chase's Travel Portal. That's because these cards actually earn their cashback in the form of points. They're called Chase Ultimate Rewards points, where 1 point is 1 cent, so 10,000 points is $100. So when you log into your account and you see a balance like this, realize you just move the decimal over twice to get your actual dollar figure. But the nice thing about having points versus just normal cashback is, again, the ability to combine them all and then use them for more higher value redemptions like travel when you add in one more card. And in addition to those point boost values of 25 and 50%, you also get access to transfer partners by adding those extra cards. So you can take your Chase points and move them out to airline and hotel partner programs. Next up is going to be this card right here. The official name is the American Express Blue Business Plus card. The standard offer on this card is either nothing at all or 15,000 membership rewards points after spending $3,000 in your first 3 months. Amex may offer higher offers throughout the year on a targeted basis, so if you see more than that, then you know it's also a stellar offer. It's also including a 0% APR on purchases for your first 12 months, then a variable APR after that, And the reward structure here is also great for your non-category or your non-bonus spend on other cards that would normally earn just 1x or 1%. The Blue Business Plus gives you 2 points per $1 spent on up to $50,000 spent per year. And then after that, it'll earn 1x on your purchases until it resets the following year. We're staying with our theme here of $0 annual fee cards, and this one is no exception to that. For benefits, again, like the other cards, not too much here, although it is cool how you can spend beyond your credit limit when needed. It's good to be aware though that the amount you can spend above your limit is flexible, so it adapts with your use of the card over time and your payment history, your credit record, financial resources that are known to Amex, and other factors. So it's not just free flowing money forever. Based on your overall history and habits, they will either allow you to spend more and more and more over your limit, or eventually just say, hey, we're gonna cap you right here for now. Nothing that really stands out as remarkable, and they're kind of standard features across other business cards too, but feel free to pause this to look it over a bit longer if you like. Similar to Chase offers, there are also Amex offers that give you additional cash back, like a percentage back or extra point earning opportunities and things of that nature. Just be sure that you add these, which is basically a form of activating. And when you do so and spend at the merchants that are associated with the offer, then you'll receive your bonus rewards on top of your regular points earned. You'll also receive car rental loss and damage insurance, extended warranty, and purchase protection. And may I just be very clear with you all, as a points earning card from American Express, you do not want to use these points for cash back as a statement credit, because you'll lose a ton of value pretty much instantaneously, up to like 40% gone. So if you want to use your points, the best way to do so is for travel, specifically flights. However, if you much prefer cash back as your rewards method of choice, then you want to look at the other similar designed card, the American Express Blue Business Cash Card. And yes, they look nearly identical. Here's the plus, here's the cash up close for you all. So when you're on the website applying for one of these, make sure that you click on the one that you actually want to get. This card is remarkably similar to the plus, but as the name implies here with cash, you'll be earning cash back that can be redeemed for statement credits against your balances. For the welcome offer, you can earn a $250 statement credit after spending $3K on purchases in your first 3 months, plus another intro APR, that is 0% on purchases for the first 12 months, then a variable APR afterwards. Instead of double points on all of your purchases, you now earn 2% cash back up to $50,000 per year. If you exceed that threshold, then you still earn 1% back going forward on your purchases. Again, $0 annual fee, similar cash flow flexibility here with that ability to spend beyond your limit based on various factors and history with American Express. Very similar offers and benefits here, just like we saw with the Plus card. Also the same insurance protections. The 3 are listed right there on the screen for you all. And Amex offers also come with this card. And that's a wrap for my top 5 picks of the best business credit cards on the market right now for beginners / startups / new businesses. As you saw me show you them throughout the video, I have had all 5 of these myself. The only one that is no longer active is the cash card right here, because I'm preferring points at the moment. But I've had direct experience with all these cards. I therefore stand behind them. They're great products, and all with $0 annual fees, simple reward structures that are high value long-term for your business. It should be no surprise, of course, that you want to choose the card or cards that have the reward structures and benefits that align with what your business needs are. By the way, if you'd like to learn more about any of the cards mentioned in this or in other videos, check out my site, markscreditcards.com/offers, to view a bunch of them organized by category. That way you can find the ones that you like best. You'll also find some other great links, like one to Rakuten to earn more cash back when you shop online. You can even switch your rewards preference from cash back to Amex points if you choose to do so. And also to sign up for MELIO to pay and get paid with ease, and even pay your merchants and vendors by your credit card. I thank you all for watching, and I'm already looking forward to seeing you in the next one.